Welcome back to Worldwide Exchange and back to this week's continuing coverage of Europe's energy crisis, one that could tilt not just the continent, but the entire world into a possible recession. Brian Sullivan is back now. He joins us from Rotterdam in the Netherlands with more on that story. Brian.
Yeah, and I think, listen, Dom, I think there's a narrative, and we talked about it a bit yesterday, but if you didn't see it yesterday, I'll repeat myself, which is there's a bit of a narrative that everything is fine in Europe because their storage is filled up or got filled up more than they expected. Well, that's true for this year, and that's good. And it was in large part due to quick thinking by countries like Germany getting some floating regasification LNG units, but also getting really lucky with the weather. October was the warmest October in Germany in 140 years. Mother Nature supremely cooperated. The risk is going into next year. Here's why. Okay, and here's the numbers and what we're going to talk about all day on CNBC. More than half of all the storage I just referenced, Dom, came from Russian pipeline gas. Pretty much all of it, not quite, there's like a tiny bit coming through. Pretty much all of it is offline. So now you've got this huge gap going into next year. Okay, all the Russian gas, it's half. Demand destruction, cutting off industry, that's going to take away a bunch of that. That's a positive thing. But let's do the numbers very quickly. Okay, so the IEA says a gap of about 30 billion cubic meters for next year. What does that mean? We're dealing with big numbers. I feel like Carl Sagan, billions and billions. Billions of cubic meters. Here's the very basic thing, Dom. That ship behind us here, about 10 of those is 1 billion cubic meter. So if there's a gap of 30 billion cubic meters or more, the math says you'd need at least 300 more of those, in addition to the ones that are already coming, in order to fill that gap. That number, by the way, Dom, is not possible, but that gives you an idea as to the scale of what Europe is dealing with. And that 30 may be a conservative estimate.
Brian, so with those numbers, they are staggering, and we know even if we wanted to build capacity to a point where we could fill those gaps, it could take years and maybe a decade to get the infrastructure up in place to get that thing going. I wonder, you mentioned that the ship behind you is not an American vessel. I'm curious, though, what the possibility is for an American opportunity for liquefied natural gas going to places around the world like Europe. How equipped is the U.S. energy infrastructure currently to be able to fill at least some of that gap that we have in Europe right now with LNG?
It's equipped well enough, and you nailed all the salient points. It is growing, but these are giant projects that will take years, okay? And I'm a tip of the cap, theoretical cap, because I'm not wearing one, although I wish I was, to the industry, which we did not have an LNG export industry, Dom, about 10 years ago. Now we've built it out enough with Cheniere, with Tellurian, with Venture Global, with Tellurian still working, Sempra Energy, Cove Point, which is owned by Berkshire Hathaway as well. Exxon, they're building a giant one, Golden Pass in Texas, which is actually a joint venture with the country of Qatar. An industry that did not exist effectively 10 years ago is now already big enough that I'm not going to say that the U.S. is saving Europe. Okay, that's a little bit jingoistic, but I will say if it wasn't for U.S. liquefied natural gas, maybe not that ship, but the one that's probably coming in right behind it, which will probably be from Corpus Christi or Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana, Dom. If it wasn't for those ships, honestly, what would Europe do? They're already talking about, reducing, wearing more sweaters, turning the heat down, turning the heat off, people getting laid off because of industry. So the U.S. natural gas industry is building out. It's big. It's getting bigger. Cheniere, they're adding another layer. Tellurian, they're building out. Venture Global, they're private. Freeport LNG should come back online. They're building it out. It will take a long time. The question is, what happens 10 years from now?